All right, on to some NFL topics because we've seen some trades. Did this trade go down today or yesterday? I forget when this one went down exactly. Yesterday.
I don't know when it went through, but yesterday this
The Miami Dolphins traded Jaylen Waddle, one of their young key pieces, to the Broncos in return for a first-round pick, 2026, all 2026 picks, a first-round pick, third-round pick, and a fourth-round pick. That's a pretty good haul for a wide receiver.
Yeah, saying. They
it's
got
a great
real
move.
Good haul from, yeah.
But I think this is an incredible move for the Denver Broncos. I think they are.
I'm a Chiefs fan. It scares me, man.
Right?
This one scares me.
How great would he be with Patrick Mahomes?
Phenomenal.
They've been missing the guy to pop the top, that speed demon, ever since Tyreek left. This is what he is. This is what he brings.
Well, I think it's a rare one that on paper, like I'm looking at it kind of looks like it suits both teams really well,
right?
Because
Dolphins are in rebuild mode.
Miami's they're not doing anything, and they don't got the horses right now. So a first and a third and a fourth, you can get a real good player and two solid starters, right? With that haul like that. Yeah, it's worrisome in that AFC West now because we're talking Jaylen Waddle, we're talking Cortland Sutton, Marvin Mims, who's like sneaky good. He doesn't get a ton of love, but he kind of came out of the gates. He's the one who caught that deep ball from Jarrett Stidham before they stopped throwing the football in that last game. Yeah, man, that was worrisome to me. I saw it and I went immediately. I said, "Oh crap, bro! Denver just got better." Denver still they sleep on them. They were a 1 seed last year.
Yes,
like they're a
and
nice
they
little
just
team,
got
man.
better. Bo Nix is probably going to continue to improve. Sean Payton is awesome. The defense is
absolutely
lights out. I think they might. They haven't moved much. The Bills are still up there as a favorite. But this is one of those types of moves that I think puts the Broncos squarely in the conversation as a Super Bowl contender. I think he means more off the field, what he brings to the locker room. I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
I've been able to interview him a couple times. We go down with SiriusXM. I go down and do a little training camp tour, and we visit with some of these players. Two things. One, when he was in college, if you remember this, 2020 was his last year.
Yep.
And he was hurt in October 17th against Georgia. He goes down with an injury. And this is pre-NIL. And anytime a player got hurt leading up to the draft, and this drove me nuts. It's kind of what we were talking about with the baseball.
Yeah.
Every analyst, every college football person say, oh, he should just shut it down. Shut it down. Get ready for the NFL. Get ready for the draft. And a lot of players were. You know what he did? He came back for the championship game against Ohio State.
Yep.
And he played. And he only had 3 catches for 34 yards. He didn't play a lot. I asked him about that.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm a football player.
Hell yeah.
I want to win a national championship and be a part of it on the field, not just watch it. He said, if I was healthy, I was going to play.
Good.
And he did. And I've talked to him since then about that. I've talked to him, you get a vibe with Jaylen Waddle that he loves the game of football. Right. He wants to leave a legacy as a player and what he does on the field. He gets what it does. He gets what it takes to prepare in the offseason, what it takes to prepare during the season. When you're one of those first guys in, last guys out type of guys, that is Jaylen Waddle. And I think that might be one of the biggest assets they get from him is the mentality that he brings into that locker room. A competitor who wants to actually be a part of a team, isn't worried about how many stats, how many catches I get, how many touchdowns, when's my next contract. The guy wants to win, and I am so happy for him. I'm bummed as a Dolphin fan, but I don't think he was ever going to win one in Miami. And now he's got a chance to win one in Denver. I'm pumped up for him, and I think it's a huge get for the Broncos.
And you know what? I think that kind of really vibes with the culture they're building out there in the Broncos because I get that feeling from Bo Nix, and I get that feeling from Cortland Sutton, and I get that feeling from the guys on the defensive side. And I think Sean Payton, I don't know what I think about him. You probably have a better feel for him as like a man than me.
Yeah.
But man, I feel like that's top down there. I feel like the whole organization, they run like that, so he's going to fit in fine. And he's a problem out there, man. He plays like it's real important to him. So again, the Chiefs fan in me is this is a big one. Yeah, this is a worrisome one.
Concerned for sure. We've seen in the AFC quite a bit moves. The Bills bring in DJ Moore. They trade for him.
Yes, that was a big one.
The Patriots got Romeo Dobbs in free agency
got a big
from
deal
Green
too.
Bay.
Real big deal.
But there is another wide receiver who I think either the Bills or Patriots should sign, and they have to trade for him, is A.J. Brown.
Oh.
Because A.J. Brown, it feels broken in Philly. And I think the Patriots are the one spot. If I am the Patriots, I am making moves to bring him in because I think Romeo Dobbs is a good number 2.
Yeah, I agree.
And if they bring A.J. Brown, he's a clear-cut
got a good contract, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Dobbs got a real good contract.
Yeah, he got a real good contract, but I still don't think he's a 1.
Okay.
And here's where I think it makes sense because A.J. Brown could be a headache, right? That's what he's been. He's complaining, but I don't think the quarterback play has been great. Say what you want about Jalen Hurts. I think that frustrates A.J. Brown. I think Drake May is a way better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. Mike Vrabel knows A.J. Brown. from his time with the Tennessee Titans. And I don't think he wanted to trade him to Philly. It was part of the dissension that took place between Vrabel and his GM, which actually led to Vrabel no longer being there. How'd that work out? I think it's the one spot, even more so than the Bills, because Bills with Joe Brady, he's a young coach, first time. I think Vrabel commands respect. And I think A.J. Brown would respect him, and I think he would love to play with Josh McDaniels and Drake May. And I think that would put the Patriots kind of back in the forefront of the AFC.
Yeah, totally. 100%. Everything you said, I agree with. I do get the vibe, though, from A.J. Brown, and I don't know. I get that Ayuk vibe from him. Like, he's just never,
not
ever
accountable.
happy.
Right.
Every time something's wrong, you sign him to a new deal, he gets his new deal, he complains about his new deal like a couple of months later. I feel like that's these guys are just never happy. They get comfortable in a place quick, and then they want to get out before you know it. And that's the vibe I get from him. I mean, nothing bad you can say about his play. But he also, let's be at the same time.
He had a lot of drops.
I was just going to say that. He was a first one to call, and he didn't do it publicly, but first one that came out that he was having a hard time with playing with Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts would drop one in his basket, and he'd drop it. So that's tough for him, man. But that would be a game changer, man. That would definitely change things up.
I do think the Bills and Patriots are still in the mix for him. Another trade with a quarterback. How sad are you? Are you devastated that Justin Fields is no longer on the Jets? Are you okay?
I'm going to live. Yeah, I'm going to live, certainly.
I think every quarterback comes to this point in their career.
Yeah.
I remember mine was earlier than later, where when I went to Atlanta, I had played 3 years with the Giants and I signed with the Falcons, and I went to back up Chris Chandler.
Okay.
And I think this is similar. Chris Chandler was a veteran. And I was thinking like maybe I could be his successor, but it was I was realizing, you know what? Maybe I'm going to be a backup. And I think that might be where Justin Fields is, because you're not going to play unless Patrick Mahomes gets hurt. He is coming back from a major injury.
Totally.
So you want to be there. But I just feel like, and this is a great opportunity for him to grow and watch the greatest that's out there.
Totally.
But this to me says that maybe we don't see Justin Fields as a starting quarterback ever again. And except in spot time.
Well, the cool thing for him is, like you said, they're gonna treat this offseason like he's the starter. So he'll get like a number one quarterback offseason in. He'll get a ton of reps. He'll get to be around Andy Reid a ton.
The best part is the Jets are eating the $7 million out of the 10.
100%, right? and I couldn't honestly. I'm gonna give the Jets GM some credit. He got a late round pick for Justin Fields. I didn't think he'd get anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they managed to get a 6th out of it. But this is what I want to say. I want to say this is how you know that Kansas City is still the team, and I'll tell you why, all right? Because anywhere else that Justin Fields goes, people are like, it doesn't matter, he sucks. Like 3 teams quit on him already. But he goes to Kansas City, and what do you hear? He's still kind of young. Maybe Andy Reid can get something out of him. You know, that's a good spot for him.
Yeah.
And that's why I know people still sort of fear the Chiefs, and I think they think that they're going to be back in the mix. I think they'll find a cool way to use them in special packages.
Yeah.
Right? I think there'll be times when both of them are in the game.
Right.
You know
Because
what
I don't think you run Wildcat or you can't take Mahomes off the field.
No, I think there'll be a package where they're both in the game.
Right.
You'll have 2-point plays with them. You know, there's a bunch of things. I mean, I'd put him in the backfield and hand him the football sometimes.
Yeah.
Let's see what he can do.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's 24 years old. Go do 2-3 years behind there. And you know what, though? The weird thing about him is, like, until you see him, like, for long spurts, he looks good. Like, if you remember how he came into the Pittsburgh, the first couple of games, he looked great.
Yep.
The Jets' first game this year, he looked outrageous. So when he's in there in spurts, and it happens every year, Mahomes is going to get nicked up, right? The offensive line there has never been great. He runs around too much to stay healthy the whole year anyway, Mahomes. So he's going to get some time on the field. And you know what? Just play a little, just show what you learn. Be serviceable.
Yep.
You don't have to be a hero. Just go in there and don't ruin things. You saw it happen with Chad Henne a couple of times, right? Chase Daniel for a bunch of years. You just come in a little bit and just keep the ship steady.
And maybe you get a Super Bowl ring out of it.
Or maybe you make somebody believe you're Malik Willis and you can play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one we didn't really touch on a ton. I don't know what I've got in Malik Willis. I watched him
it
play like
feels,
4 games.
You know what it feels like to me? When the Jets signed Justin Fields. It's about the same contract. You know, it's a little bit. It's like, I think that $20-25 million a year range,
that for
2 or
Malik?
3 years. Yeah.
I thought it was a little higher than that.
It was, but it was 3 years. I think it's only 2. I think like the number sounds bigger.
Got it.
But I think the Dolphins are essentially giving him the chance to be the franchise quarterback with a very limited body of work.
And they'll do it in those 2 years that they're rebuilding anyway, that we just talked about. Yeah, that's what it is. He did get him a nice deal off of like 6 games, though.
Yeah. Oh,
right. Very
big
Matt
time.
Flynn of him.
Yeah, you can. Exactly. You can fool him out there. Good for you for being able to secure that money.
Yes, absolutely.